Hello, everyone, and today this is gonna be like just a rant. Um, I've always been a fan of Archie since ninth grade, right? So, a couple of years ago, they came out with a live action series called Riverdale. Everybody knows this show, and it used to come on CW30, and I think Um, it got canceled. So, anyways, um, well, when this series came out, I did not watch it. Even though I'm an Archie fan, I did not want to watch this because it didn't look that interesting, and I didn't like who they cast for the characters as well. And there's a lot of things I'm gonna get into why I didn't like Riverdale. Okay, so first off, before I get into this, um, I'm gonna break down what Riverdale is, like the series is. If you haven't seen the series is based off of the Archie comics, with the characters Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, and many more. Okay, so when the show got announced, not when it got announced, but I seen like some articles on it, like with the cast, and they changed Josie and the Pussycats race, and they made everybody black in the group. I ain't got a problem with it, but it's really unnecessary to be just like making changes like this. Is really unnecessary because isn't it supposed to be a live action adaptation of Archie and portraying the characters, right? We know from the comics. So I really think it's unnecessary for them to be changing things that's not how it is in the comics. They can experiment. I'm okay with them experimenting, but you don't have to do these changes either. Like some of this stuff is unnecessary. Um, Also, this show does not feel like Archie at all. All the characters, it's just like their personalities is just a little bit well, when I was watching this show, it didn't feel like Archie, basically. Like the first episode wasn't even that good. I had dropped it after watching it like a few minutes of the episode, like a couple of seconds. I dropped it. I did not like it at all. Um, yeah, really what bothered me was the fact that they changed Veronica into she was white in the comics. So she's Hispanic in the live action series. It ain't nothing wrong with it, but I think that was unnecessary. Like they trying to make like represent different races in their series. Like they do that in the comics. So if you haven't read the comics, I always have different types of races of people in the comics. So there was no reason for them to change Veronica's race. I ain't got a problem with them changing it, but it just seems out of place. Like how they changed Reggie's race as well too. I don't like that. And the whole Jughead being I think they had a thing going around in fanbase talking about some boy kid, and with me, who have read the comics, I do not like that much because like Jughead isn't really romantic, like the romantic type, and he's definitely not gonna be like falling in love with no Betty because he's not really interested in relationships, which is why he runs away from Ethel all the time. But since most people in this generation don't read books and comics, they really wouldn't know that because most of these people who watch Riverdale aren't familiar with the comic series. For example, a while back, Robot Chicken released like a parody to Riverdale, which had the like real Archie characters on it and stuff, and like most of the people didn't even know what the original Miss Grundy looked like and what she looked like in the comics. So these people were confused and stuff. So when I said that's the original Miss Grundy, um, when I replied to some of the comments, like one of the comments, for example, this person was talking about Riverdale, like, oh, you mean the teacher that pretended to be Miss Grundy? And I'm like, I'm talking about the comic series, because this guy is basically getting confused about me talking about Archie. And most people, like, someone was asking where is Kevin, for example. Kevin did not exist in Archie until modern Archie. He is not a main character. He's a side character or a minor character that they just created and added like several years ago. And you can tell this is dedicated to a new generation and like a teenage audience because it's trying to be edgy, it's set in a dark tone. It's like the show has a dark tone, you know. I think the girl from the comics, I think her name was Cherry or something, and she had a twin brother or something, and he got killed. Like that's like a mystery in the show, but I really don't watch Riverdale, so yeah. Anyways, this does not represent what Archie is. Archie is a series, like a lighthearted series, about Archie and his friends and his love triangle with Betty and Veronica, and like, you know, everybody knows that. But with Riverdale, it just doesn't like it ain't got that Archie feel. I just feel like the creators of Archie just want to make more money with this whole series when they created this. Now, when it comes to making more media for Archie, I ain't got a problem with it because they always do it in the comics. But with Riverdale, while Riverdale was coming out, they was doing this realistic looking comics with the Archie characters, and then like the Riverdale versions, what they look like in Riverdale, they like merged it together with the original Archie style or the Archie comic style, the regular kind, and it didn't even look great. I got one of these comics and I don't like how it looks. Like I didn't like how the actors look. None of them looked like their counterparts. I'm not even trying to be mean, but to be honest, none of these people don't even look like the Archie gang. Like, even if you put one of the actors next to the cartoon version, they still wouldn't look like them. You wouldn't be able to tell that they supposed to be these characters without them being dressed up wearing like similar outfits to the characters and stuff. Also, people shipping Betty and Veronica together, like this is not a new thing, but I think that like since people got into Riverdale who wasn't like into Archie, with that whole scene Betty and Veronica when they was cheerleading, I'm not gonna like say anything about that, but if you watch Riverdale, you know what I'm talking about, when Betty and Veronica was cheerleading. So I think they kind of forced it, or was trying to bring in like attract attention with that scene, and as a result, people wanted Betty and Veronica to be in a relationship, even though that's never going to happen because the comic revolves around Betty and Veronica fighting over Archie, you know, the love triangle. So this is never going to happen. Another thing that bothers me is the fact that like I said, most people who is into Riverdale, they aren't like familiar with the comics, and that's not a bad thing, but at the same time, these same people who watch this series make it seem like people who don't like it is basically like it's hard to explain. Like, the people who don't like the series, they try to make it seem like we're hating on the show or something like that, but I just don't like the series, and I'm an Archie fan. I do not like Riverdale. I don't like it at all. And for them to like cast people any kind of way says a lot, because back then there was an Archie movie that they made several years ago. Now it was called To Riverdale and Back Again. Um, this is a live action Archie movie, right? And the cast doesn't look that bad. They actually nailed how like what the Archie game could look like if they was like real people. They nailed the casting with this movie. Now, why do they think they had to change the characters' races to make Riverdale when they didn't do it inside this movie? That's the big question here that I want to know, like the answer to. I want to know the answer to it. Like, why do you feel the need to change the race? I ain't got no problem with them, trying to well make the characters be more diverse. We already have minor characters of different races. You could have used more side characters. We have plenty of black characters in the Archie comic series. You didn't have to change Josie and the Pussycats. You didn't have to change them to be black. They already had black characters, but the Archie comics, I guess the company refused to do anything with them. It was already diverse in the beginning. There was no reason for them to change Veronica's race to Hispanic. That didn't even make any sense. Now, well, the show is canceled, which I don't feel bad that it's canceled. It was never appealing to me, so good riddance. The whole Riverdale, the fan base, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't like how they make it seem like that the show is all, exciting and thrilling. No, it ain't. It's just made for people who haven't even it's made for a freaking teenage audience. It ain't a bad thing, but it's it's trying so hard to be edgy. It's made for a younger audience, who's really into it. Well, it's hard to explain, but the show is just sucks. It's terrible, and it's just not that good. How people make it seem, how they make it seem like it is when it's not. It sucks. Okay. Better shows to watch other than this is Archie's Weird Mysteries. Just watch that show instead. It's like an animated version of the same atmosphere that Riverdale is in, but it's just animated, and all the characters, it's just how they should be portrayed. Is so much better. I don't know why CW agreed to make this. I mean, it could have been some quick money and stuff, but what they were going for is just a bad approach, and I don't think that this show is gonna leave a major impact on Archie fans. I think that we're gonna be in a couple of years later, be hey, does anybody remember when Archie came back out for Riverdale? And then we're gonna be some of the Archie fans gonna be wait, Riverdale? I don't remember that. Someone is gonna be I don't remember that. Because most of us don't like it. To be honest, I don't like it, and I'm Archie fan. I don't know what the heck they was going for when they made Riverdale. I just think the series is terrible and it sucks. But if you like the show, that's fine. But for me, no thank you.